Good morning, everyone. I hope you're well today. Hope you're having a great start to your day, like I am. Just got back from a quick run. Um, it's a fantastic. It's a beautiful day here. Sun is shining. So just got in and sitting down to get to it, and wanted to connect with you before I got deep into it, I should say. So glad to see you. Thank you for stopping by. So just sharing off with a great word. I hope it's an uplifting word. I'm encouraged by all the things that I'm seeing on social media. I know we got a lot of things. We're in the midst of a crisis. I know we are, but one consistent theme that I want to carry out throughout these messages is that we have opportunity in crisis. So, and I hope you're seizing on some of these opportunities. While we're here, that we can do some great things. So I want to start off just with some fun shares for you. So I don't know if you. So I want to share just something that I found this weekend, and it's funny because I'm a fan of his. But I don't know if you remember The Office from some years ago with Michael Scott and Jim and Pam and the whole Office, the television series. So Jim, his real name is John Krasinski. He started a YouTube channel. It's called SGN, Some Good News. Just him having fun behind his desk, bringing some joy to some people, shedding some light to some great things that are going on out there in the world. Um, he's sharing videos that about things that people are doing for other people, things that have been done to some others, and he's passing along some joy to some other people as well. And so it's a quick watch. I'm going to put his link in my posting here so that so you can go to it directly. But I promise you, it's 15 minutes of great fun. Just something to listen to later on a walk, or it's delightful to listen to. So I'm just going to pass that joy along, and hope that it serves you. Hope that it brings you a smile to your face, and helps you get over your next piece. Um, I want to. I'd be remiss if I didn't share a great experience yesterday, and I want to thank Bob Farace, Joan Ocker, and NASSP for their invitation to participate in their town hall series. I had the honor and the humble. It was a humble privilege to be a panel with Brad Curry, Amy, and Travis Haven. Um, just three dynamic administrators. I learned a lot. We were providing some advice to school leaders. I'm not going to say principals, school leaders, no matter what role you're in, on some strategies in leading and monitoring remote learning these days. Just some quick things to consider. We're there for 50 minutes. It flew by fast. We couldn't get to everything. We got to some questions that popped up in the chat, but it was a great talk. It was a wonderful opportunity. So I'm going to encourage you. And NASSP is great in that was the third in 5 or 6 panels that they're going to have, and the other panels have been fantastic. Good friend Jason Mark has been in one. Um, Beth Howe, you know what, just too many names. I'm not going to get into it, but I really encourage you, um, check them out. They're free. They're If you're a school leader or an aspiring school leader, they're free. So just go on, hear the considerations that people are talking about, and then more importantly, connect with these people. Connect with them on social media. Get with them, ask them questions. I promise you, everybody there is committed to helping you and your situation, and that's it. So, I know that's my mission, and I know these people, and I know that's their mission. So again, thank you, NASSP, Bob, Joan, and Brad, Amy, Travis. Great to work with you all on that one. Last little shout out I'm going to give, and it's a little self promotion, but that's okay. I'm proud that a good friend of mine, point to his name, Jeff Zoll, reached out to me last year and asked me to contribute to be a contributing author to this book, 10 Perspectives on Learning and Education. And if you know me, then you know that this is a true passion of mine. Not just the teaching part, which is critical to. I mean, nothing goes on in school without great teaching, and we know that. But we have to have. But one of the things that we talk about in the revolution is shifting our attention to learning. You know, to a learning, not putting a grade on something, but shifting attention to learning. And this is a timely book. It just came out last week. Um, I had a chance to, uh, because I came in late, I didn't see the other contributions to it, but I've had a chance to read it now. And this is a fantastic book. I know a lot of the authors, I know a lot of the other co authors, and I heard their message, but they put together a great message. So I encourage you, if you're a teacher, school leader, parent at home, and you're in this situation right now, which we all are in this situation right now, this is a great book to pick up and reconsider a lot of the things that we value and hold on tightly in the school right now. This is a great time to rethink those things. I keep saying, and I know you hear me saying this, when we go back and when we go back, it's going to be different. We're going to raise some questions about some of the things that we've been doing. And some of us are going to spark a revolution and create that change. Some of us are going to sit back and wait to see, to be part of it. But some of the things that we hold on so tightly to, we're going to reconsider. We're going to reconsider a lot of those things. And this book has some great perspectives, different perspectives on reevaluating some of those things. It's a great read. It's a good read. So, I'm humbled to be here because there's some great authors here. Todd Whitaker, Jeff Zoll, Sanaa Bell, Kayla, just great people. I don't know Garnet or Brian, but I just recently started following them, and they do great work. Jessica Kabine, cool people all the way around. Jimmy Casas, he's just I'm not gonna get into it, whatever, just whatever. But no, much love to Jimmy. But I encourage you, check that out. It's a great piece, and it's a good read. That's a good read for anybody in this situation. And if you're reaching some frustrations, or if you're doing some things that just don't quite seem right, this is a good refocus piece. And again, it's just a timely publication. So I encourage you. It's wonderful things to consider right now as we all have time to work on ourselves, work on our skills, and more importantly, work on our viewpoints about the things that we hold essential and dear. Which goes to my last point that I want to share today, and this is a helpful tip. That I hope this is a helpful tip to some people out there, parents or teachers, administrators, as we're all going through this. I hope this is a helpful tip that will help you in your efforts to educate, to bring some joy and some elevation to the students, to learners in your house and what they're doing right now. So the piece that I want to talk about is something that came up during yesterday's talk about the digital and the non-digital piece. So if you're so some school systems have been engaged in digital learning for a while now, and that means that their students have not only do their students have a device like an iPad or a laptop, I should say a tablet or a laptop, but their teachers have been trained to rethink in those terms in terms of digital learning. and putting work out there to kids. One thing that Amy said, a critical skill is just the skill of sharing something with somebody is essential today. Think about that. Sharing something digital is an essential skill today. But we've been training. Some schools have been training on that piece, and then there are some schools that do not have that, and they may engage in other things like um, packet work or putting some things up on a learning management system, however that works. Putting some work out there, picking up picking up packets, and I want to talk about that specifically because I've been seeing some school districts where parents have pick up packets and have been dropping them off, but now with the quarantine piece, some people are concerned about receiving those packets. So, um, so that part. Um, I'm not going to get into. I don't want to. I can't get into specific workarounds for that. But if you want to give me a call and hit me up, then we could brainstorm some things. Depending on where you are, each situation is different. But what I do want to talk about is the work that we put out there itself. Okay. Um, so first of all, and I keep saying this, teachers, thank you for everything you're doing. Thank you for designing the work. Thank you for checking on students. Thank you for thank you for checking on students first and second. That's the most important thing. Going back to Joe Sanfilippo, his piece, he says, first questions we need to ask everybody: Are you okay? Do you have what you need? Then you can ask a question about the work. All right. So thank you, teachers, for doing those things in that order. While we're in the work, we can have specific. We can once we know the kids have work and you all work out the non-digital piece. Something that we can do, a piece that we can invest in right now, is getting to the type of work, the quality of work, the quantity of work that we have in front of students. All right, 100 worksheets with 10 um, naked math problems is not. That's not really learning. Okay, we know that. Um, Spending some time to come up with a project around the house where they can calculate percent, calculate some fractions. That's where it is, and we know that. And we know that. That's cool. Um, So, teachers, you know what I'm about to say. This is Blooms. I'll include a little graphic of Blooms with this post, but that's a talk about Blooms. No matter where we are right now, no matter what we do, we can have a talk or keep an eye on revised Blooms, revised Marzanos, in regards to the work that we're creating for our learners. So educators know what I'm talking about when I say revised Blooms, revised Marzanos. Parents out there, revised Blooms or revised Marzanos is simply um, the level of rigor or work that students have to put into the complexity of the work, the complexity of the task at hand that involves is it something I can get to quickly, like one plus one is two, so that's just remembering a basic fact, or what happens if I change this, add this, and add this? So we get in and analyzing some things and having to put together some different things. So um, that's just we can keep an eye on those things. Now I want to make sure I say this clearly and consistently and just be as clear as I can. um, Questions number one and two: Are you okay? Do you have what you need? And then, do you have work? Can you do your work? Do you have what you need to do your work? So after we take care of after we meet those basic needs in terms of work and academics, then we can consider, you know, where is this on Blooms? How can I increase this? And I want to make sure that I say this clearly. If you are at a point where you're considering, well, how can I improve the rigor of this work, and I'm stuck, I don't see it, reach out on your network, reach out to social media, using social media, connect with some groups, and get some great ideas, because we are out there to do that. There are Facebook groups that are dedicated to this, and if you join a face group regarding education, or an area that you're interested in, pose a question, you'll get a response. If you join Twitter, um, hit a couple of hashtags, you'll make some connections that will change your life. That did it for me. Uh, Today is my 11th year on Twitter. Today's my 11th year on Twitter. I should have had a birthday hat on. Twitter changed me as an educator. Uh, if you knew me 11, 12 years ago, you knew that I was a very old school teacher, but everything about me has changed now. Now that I've joined Twitter and have connected with people like this, Jimmy included, and who have absolutely pushed my thinking. So that's what the network is for. Um, so I hope that helps. It's just to keep a weather eye on blooms. But I'm sharing those other resources out there. Click on them, listen to them. Uh, I hope they bring you joy, and I hope you can share some joy to somebody. But we're all in this together, and and I'm going to be here for you. I invite you to reach out to me. I love you all. I love what you're doing for our learners, and whatever I can do, let me know. Be safe, be well, be blessed. I will see you tomorrow.